Beautiful day out here in Valley Central, California, home of Native Wells Golf Club. I'm right here, super excited to talk to General Manager Eric Julian. Eric, thanks for having us.
Welcome.
I'm excited to talk about a wonderful 2022 year and talk about the history of what's been happening in the last couple of years. I know there's a lot of great change, and this just keeps getting better. So walk us a little bit through that story.
It does. You know, at the beginning of Troon's management, it was originally Woods Valley, and that was starting 2020, January 2020. You know, we came in, course conditions were suspect. This course needed some life, some energy, right? And the ownership made a commitment to the course, to the community, that we were going to rebuild and rebrand and make this one of the best courses in San Diego County, which I think we've gotten to. 2021, we rebranded to Native Oaks Golf Club. The Shawi Kitchen was born, and so we've really redone the course. The team has been excellent. It's been a lot of work over the last 3 years, but you show up here, what are we, 15 minutes from the 15 down here in Escondido, and I think anyone that hasn't been here is missing out immensely on San Diego golf.
Speaking about missing out, a couple years ago when we started working together, we came up with this like hidden gem. We gotta call it the hidden gem, and I think it's been a great fit for this course because it is a hidden gem.
It is, and you know what? My office is just outside the golf shop, and I'll tell you, every day I get a new guest, a new customer, a new friend that comes in and says, "Where's this place been?" It is a hidden gem that's used every single day, and I think that's the title of this is a hidden gem. And I'll tell you, over the last 3 years, this has become one of the best conditioned courses in San Diego.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you were sharing with me today, you had a huge, you have a huge tournament today.
Yep.
Look at this weather, December, mid-December, we're in the probably high 60s.
Yep.
180 players out here playing. And you mentioned that almost 80% of the players were kind of sharing that it's the first time they play here.
Yeah.
So the room for growth and for new people to come to this course, to this hidden gem, it's enormous. So how do you see that?
Well, you know, it's funny because there's a lot of San Diego golfers today here that have never played here, but they've heard, hey, you need to go play it. And they think we're so far out of the way, but we're only 15 minutes from the 15. It's not that far. It does, you know, there's a mental aspect of it where you think, okay, I'm going up the grade, but you got to come up the grade to get to the greatness, right? Like I'm so proud of the staff and the team that have worked on the golf course over the last 3 years. I've played golf probably 6 times in the last, 4 months, not much. And I'll tell you this, best conditions right here.
That's for sure. I mean, I'm lucky enough to play this course many times, and it's always a great experience, especially if you guys think, talking to me about this golf course, the back nine for me is just by far probably one of the best back nines in it. I mean, I would expand it to Southern California even because it's a beautiful course.
Yeah, you know, the front nine is more ranch style. The back nine, you get sort of lost in between the oak trees. You know, it sort of takes you out of the norm. You sort of get lost out there. And then, unfortunately, as 16, 17 rolls around, you come back to reality, right? It's almost time to go home. And then the houses start to show up again, and then you come back to a great finishing hole. And then as soon as you leave, I've heard it multiple times, I need to go back. Absolutely. It's just awesome.
On that point, I think the players replaying this course, I think the number has to be huge because I was lucky enough to bring a group of almost 12 players, and every time I keep in touch with them, they always talk about when are we going back, when are we going back, or I went to Native Oaks. You know, people from South County and Orange County. I mean, this course just needs to be more known, and I think you guys were so successful with the rebranding that it's getting out there. It's getting out there. It's only been a few years, so the growth has been fantastic. So let's talk about that 2022. Walk us through that year.
You know, 2022, super exciting. Course conditions, again, I'm going to repeat it. I can't not repeat it. The conditions have only gotten better. We continue to see improvement. You know, we overseed in October. The overseed took amazing. So right now, green grass is everywhere compared to a lot of dormant grass around. You know, people love that, right? Yeah. We all do. We're golfers. So we really worked on course conditions. And then just continuing to build the staff, right? the staff, I think I have one of the best staffs in all of California.
You've been around golf courses, so you know.
I've been to a few. I worked in the industry for a little bit, and I've been taught by some great people about, the staff makes people return, right? I mean, the golf course can be great, but if you have, some iffy staff, then nobody wants to come back, right? They want to feel good. This is their time off. They're choosing to spend the day with you. They're our friends, right? And we continue to make new friends from LA County to, we have Riverside, you have guys coming out from the, golfers coming out from the desert. It's amazing to hear that people are making the travel, making the trip.
Even up to 15, Temecula, like Elsinore.
100%.
And there's so many courses. We're blessed to have so many golf courses in Southern California, but that's why it's so important to go through a rebrand, to make sure you're loud, to make sure you're telling stories, to make sure you're letting people know and come and experience Native Oaks. What were some of the highlights of 2022?
And just to match that point, or to talk on that point, is our ownership was so committed to really allowing us to create a feeling and visual here that it deserves, right? Their commitment.
So important.
Without it, we
so
wouldn't
important to
be
have
here,
the
right?
support of such a good ownership. That's something that I've always been so excited to hear from you, because you're always excited about. There's not one time that we meet that you're talking about ownership, and ownership steps up. Ownership gets excited. It's their baby now, right? They want to be. They're proud of it. So that's such a huge success to your team, the course, management, everything.
I think that commitment shows by bringing in Troon, right? Overall, our parent management company, Troon. That's a huge opportunity for them, right? And so just to see the growth and improvement to the course, bar none. Things, Shawi Kitchen, our restaurant, from when I started 3 years ago, 100% change. I know that you eat here every single time.
We have
you take stuff home, right?
Come on, have a Firebird.
Took one home the other day.
You have to.
Gina and her staff in the restaurant, amazing. We do have a small little footprint in there. I'm trying to, down the road in the next couple years, grow that area, so we can add more events, more community events down the road, getting some weddings here, right? I mean, this is a perfect place. And I know the team can do it. And that's what we're really excited about, is that the continual growth to 2022. We've had a lot of junior tournaments come out, growing the game. The PGA Junior League. I think we have 2 or 3 teams now, where when we started there was no junior golf here. Why not? We just hosted the regional qualifier for the Nota Begay, junior tournament.
By the way, guys, it's the second year in a row that a regional qualifier from Native Oaks goes to the national tournament and takes the trophy home. Last year, Emily. And this year, I think it was Ryan. And
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, we get to cover that event, and we're like, these are our guys.
So good.
Go.
So good. San Diego golf, man. That's the thing. Junior golf in San Diego is one of the. I think it is the largest region for junior golf. I mean, the weather, right? Come on.
Mid-December.
Come on. It's not bad.
No excuses not to practice.
Not bad.
Speaking of practice,
for
a lot of people might not know, huge practice facility here at Native Oaks, something that you don't see it sometimes in a lot of courses, and in a lot of the high-end courses, you don't see that.
Right.
So, I mean, what are the plans, or what happened in 2022, growth of the game? I'm sure people come out and just practice.
Yeah, we have a huge grass hitting area, right? We have two decks. I think it's about 60 yards deep. I don't know, 100 yards wide. It's huge. It's great, right? And so it's all grass. We don't use synthetic turf. All grass, all the time, right? We close down, like an afternoon and a morning to do some maintenance on it. Other than that, we're open, open till from sunrise to sunset. We have a couple plans for the practice facility coming up in 2023, but we have a back end of the range that we do clinics, right? We have lesson area where we have, you're not sitting next to all the guys practicing or all the golfers practicing to, go out on their round. You getting back with the lesson. It's private. We have a couple bunkers back there. I think, and don't quote me on this, I think coming year, we're going to open it up to a rental space. So you can go practice your short game in the bunkers and green. I mean, it's an amazing.
Right now, it's through private lessons.
So right now, it's private lessons and clinics, and that's where we also do our fittings. A lot of people don't know that we have the local brands, the high-end, top-end brands. We have their fittings here. You know, we just had...
Perfect place for it.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like, do you want to go into a fitting where you're hitting into a simulator? I want to hit off grass. I want to see the ball actually fly. And to have the top brands come out here and have their fitters, it's nothing better. Yeah.
Speaking of fitting instruction, cannot talk about John Gray. John Gray, you know.
The gray area.
The gray area.
Oh, man.
Going into his second year, putting out content, telling great lessons, tips, and we're a growing fan base with more lessons and clinics. Tell me a little bit about John.
John, I've known John we worked at a couple properties together prior to here. One of the best dudes. I mean, somebody's going to mention this, but I don't know a better guy. Like, you know, and also I don't know a better golfer.
He's super talented.
Great golfer, great instructor. He
Super
really
patient.
takes his time, super patient, takes his time with the golfers. It's amazing. It's amazing how he provides the schedule for his golfers, and it's from juniors to seniors, right? So he knows how to work with somebody's swing, and I've seen his students over time improve drastically. Yeah.
Awesome. Big shout out to John.
Big shout out to the gray area.
The gray area.
Yeah.
One thing that a big highlight of 2022, new car fleet.
Ooh.
I just saw 3 brand new cars parked there on number 1.
Yeah.
Tell us about GPS. I mean, the whole 9 yards.
You know what? Other than we didn't do custom seats. We got everything else. We're super happy. We got a new club car golf fleet. We got that at the end of August. It was very needed, right? Again, another commitment from the owners. You know, you can't have a great golf course, and questionable cars. And so, yeah, we have a brand new fleet. They're beautiful with GPS. And the team does a wonderful job of managing. You know, a lot of times you get into a car and the GPS says it's a back pan when it's a front. You know, we manage that daily. The maintenance crew manage that as well.
Awesome.
And so it's just a really great amenity for the course.
And that's something that has to be so important, especially when you're putting a golf course on the map, when you're growing, because you're pulling a lot of new golfers.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than to go to a new golf course that you don't know. You show up there and you get on the cart and you look up and there's no GPS and you're just like, oh my gosh. You know, what am I gonna do here today? Right. I don't know where I'm hitting it. I have no clue.
Yeah.
And if you want to play some good golf, you gotta have some direction.
Do I go buy a yardage book for $50 that I can't understand? No, the GPS really helps. Unbelievable, and it does improve pace of play.
100%.
You know, even though we all have our rangefinders, it does help you first to get that initial number. And so that was a big, you know, it's a big cost, but it's also a big help, right?
It's an investment.
It's an amenity. Yep.
Awesome. The highlight of this talk, 2023. We're excited.
Yeah.
Walk us through that. I know there's a lot of things on the works that might not be able to be public, but just give us a little tease. Give us a little inside look.
I don't know. I don't know how much I can tell you. You know, honestly, our 2 main goals this coming year: continue improvements on the course, detail it out, and food and beverage. Right. We want to bring in more golf events. We want to bring in larger groups, so you know we can have more people enjoy it rather than just normal tee times. You know, we're not going to sell out to tournaments. I hate when golf courses sell out, where it's you call for a tee time, you can't get for the next 4 weeks because of tournaments. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
However, we are going to look at providing, you know, today this huge tournament. It's a birthday group, right? It's not even a corporate event. It's crazy. But these guys are all San Diego County. Right, and there's some Orange County, but it's based from San Diego, and they're up here having a great time. That's what we want, right? We want the fun. We don't want the I can't say we don't want the corporate, but this isn't the place for the corporate, right? Yeah. It's a home course for a lot of people, where I can't sell out so much to tournaments. I can sell the food and beverage. We have a great range that can fit a big tent. You know, in the afternoon or evening.
We've seen them. We shot that Commerce. What's it?
Chamber of Commerce. Yep, we had the Chamber of Commerce.
Huge tent. It's not that it's not able, why, like you said, it's so important to know your market, to
Yeah.
know who do you want to talk to,
Yeah.
and to know who you want to bring here.
Sure. No, and so that's, so again, course conditions will continue to improve. We have some on-course projects that we're doing. We've completed a couple, more coming down the line. Been busy scheduling those and prepping for that. And then again, just working with Gina in the Shawi Kitchen to do some community events and some new bigger golf events, in-house and external customers.
In summary, if somebody asks, why should I go to Navy Oaks?
There's three things. The golf course conditions, the golf course design and conditions, amazing, right? The staff, show me one better, right? Super welcoming. Everybody's into it. A happy staff makes a happy guest, right? And then food and beverage, man. I keep going back to it. We have a small little kitchen, but the food, amazing, unbelievable. The menu's awesome. It's limited because of the small kitchen, but each item is crazy. Best golf burger you're gonna find.
You gotta have to try it.
Have to try it.
Again. Make sure you get those flavors.
Yeah, man, it's good. So those are the three key aspects of the property: is course condition improvement, food and beverage improvement, and continually promote the staff. The staff is awesome.
Yeah,
can't do it without them. The culture's great.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put you in the spot. Do an invitation to people who are gonna be watching this video. Have them come over to Native Oaks.
I don't know, if you just watch this whole thing, you got to come see us. There's no excuse. 15 minutes from the 15, you have 15 minutes to come to the best golf course conditions in San Diego County. Even if you're in Orange County, LA, Riverside, I don't care where you're coming from. This is a place. Come see us. It is the hidden gem.
There you have it, guys. Nothing else to say. Fantastic. Eric, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations on another year.
Yeah.
And cannot wait for 2023.
Let's go golf.
Cheers. Let's go golf.
Thank you.